Hi, good afternoon to everyone. I just want to share to you about how do you know that you're raising a child with bad attitude. Let's face it, no parents wants to raise a child with a bad attitude. But somewhere between the age of 0 and 18, every child has one, which means every parent must deal with it. In Ephesians chapter 4 verse 23 it says, "Be made new in the attitude of your mind." Clearly, God cares about our attitude. But does having a bad attitude constitute being a child with a bad attitude? What's the difference? And how do I know if I'm raising a kid with attitude and respect issues? Not every child who has a bad attitude is a child with a bad attitude. For instance, a child having a bad day differs from a kid with a bad attitude. One is temporary, the other ongoing. One is situational. Change the circumstances and you'll change the attitude. The other is systematic. Change the circumstances and the attitude stays negative. Still, having a bad attitude can result in being a person with a bad attitude. If not dealt with properly, how do you know if your child is sliding into the murky waters of major attitude and respect issues? I'll give you some signs that you are raising a child with a bad attitude. Here's another thing. Your child give up in the face of adversity. Let's be honest. It's just plain hard to be the one who doesn't get invited, doesn't make the team, or cannot succeed no matter how hard she tries or he tries. Miserable events produce messy emotions. Count on it and show grace in the midst of it. But if your child cannot bounce back after grieving the loss, you may have an attitude issue on your hands. When our youngest didn't make the maybe a basketball team, he was stunned. The disappointment stung deep. I wanted desperately to make the pain go away. The sound of his sobs behind his bedroom door nearly broke my heart. After a day or two mopping around the house, he surprised us with announcement that he was turning his attention to cheerleading instead of the basketball. His sadness over the closed chapter morphed into anticipation of a new one. The resilience was born. If your child hasn't yet developed the ability to bounce back, you can help. Here's how. Allow a period of grief help your child. Ask, what next? Show them that a new chapter doesn't begin unless an old chapter ends. If necessary, get your child the help she needs to do better the next time around. Attitude shifts when we teach our child to get up rather than give up.